When the class of 1973 came to Yale, I think one of the things that the university had not prepared for was women who were interested in playing sports. It was a bit of a shock to me to come in and ask where I could sign up for the field hockey team and have the gentleman behind the desk look at me like I was asking to go to Mars. He just looked at me blankly, like, what's that? That was discouraging, but, like so many of the women in that first class, I think probably we were here in part because we were resilient creatures, and we decided to go ahead. If there wasn't a field hockey team, we would start one, and that's what we did. And so in the fall of our sophomore year, which was 1970, we had quite a large squad who wanted to play, and we played a competitive schedule. We were still not a varsity sport. We were a club sport, and we played out by the Yale Bowl on a field that was also known as Parking Lot A on football weekends. Sometimes we would get to our field for practice on a Monday, and we would have to pick up the charcoal briquettes and the leftover trash and Coca-Cola cans and beer bottles that were left from tailgating from the football weekend, clear them off before we could play. By the end of my junior year, we had met the criteria for becoming a varsity sport. In the fall of 1972, my senior year, field hockey became the first varsity sport for women at Yale. After field hockey season, I went to the Yale Daily News and said, I'll cover all the other women's sports teams. I'll write up their games. I'll write feature stories about them. I don't want to be on the staff. I just want to do this because I think the other women athletes deserve respected treatment in the way they're covered. My advisor suggested journalism school. He said, you've been doing these articles for the Yale Daily News. And I said, yeah, but they're just sports. He said, yes, but you enjoy it, and you can apply that talent to other things as well. And so I applied to journalism schools, and I managed to get into Columbia off the waiting list because I didn't have much of a background to show them in journalism. And that launched my career. I've been a journalist ever since. I'm happy to say Yale has twice won an Ivy League championship in field hockey now, and that there is a legacy left behind from the women who came in the class of 73. I feel that that's a legacy of the first women at Yale that is worth celebrating.